Hi, today is November 2nd, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1700 for the year Fall Back. I mourn the dying of the light, even if it's easier to wake up on time. Even though in a couple of months the days will start getting longer, they say, and I have no reason to doubt them, that there are more traffic accidents in the days immediately following the return. And it is a return. This is daylight normal time that we are now in. We are not really losing anything. We just are no longer saving. It is fall. Back go the clocks. Enjoy the extra hour, and don't forget to walk in the sun. Poem number 1701, Diagnosis and Prognosis. There's a bit of unruliness going on, dishevelment, willy-nillyness, things out of place, time out of joint, dogs in the kitchen, so many dogs in the kitchen, like 30 dogs in the kitchen. The air is breathable, not noxious or toxic, but stale and pedestrian and lacking purpose. I am sorry to provide you with such a disappointing diagnosis, but the winds will change, the dogs will go, time will right itself, and things will be tidy again. Poem number 1702, The Sons of Almond. The sons of Almond are still overseas fighting under prunus dulcis trees to maintain the marzipan empire. The mothers of macadamia, the fathers of pistachio, the girls of ginkgo, and the boys of Brazil all support the almondine struggle. It will be a long and brutal slog, but when it is ended there will be biscotti and almond bark and marzipan for us all. Poem number 1703, The Way Out. She howled at the moon like a dog, like a wolf, like someone lonely, like someone lost in the wilderness, and in fact, she was lost in the wilderness, both metaphorically and literally, but once she became able to stop the howling and quiet herself, she was able to listen and look within, and she found herself, and she found the way out. Poem number 1704, What They Wanted. They wanted to be unfathomable, but they were unfathomable. They wanted to be fathomable, but they were unfathomable. They wanted to be lovable, but they were unlovable. They wanted to be musical, but they were not at all musical. They wanted to be crustable, but they were uncrustable. What they wanted wasn't unreasonable, but it was unobtainable. And they would live forever in delusion unless and until they recognized that fact. Poem number 1705, Uncrustable. They were sandwiches without a crust, full of loneliness, sadness, and lust. Nowhere to turn to, no one to trust. They were uncrustable. They fought and they fussed. They cried and they lied and they cursed and they cussed. Their hair got tangled and matted and mussed. They longed to turn all of their foes into dust, but the war that the sandwiches waged was a bust. They were uncrustable. All of this has already been discussed, and though it may seem terribly unjust, and though the lunchbox was covered with rust, they were uncrustable. Poem number 1706, last poem of the day, 1706, He Fell Forward. He fell forward into nothingness, into hope, into the deep weeds, into the vast sky. He fell forward into time, into space, into interdimensional and transcendent being. He fell forward into concrete joy, into laughter, into the pain of soft pillows and the pleasure of pins and needles. He fell forward into the chamber, into the client, into the pelican brief, into the firm, into a time to kill. He fell forward into past, present, and future, into the irises of birds and the axis of evil. He fell forward until he felt he could fall no more. Then he fell further forward until he couldn't tell whether he was going backward or forward, until he couldn't tell whether he was coming or going, until he didn't know where he began or ended, or whether he was ending or beginning. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you set back your clock.